Hi again. I wanted to go over my sheep dissection today. I did dissect this brain a little earlier, so I do apologize. Some of the structures are coming apart, falling off, but I will do my best to show you the structures. So the first thing I wanted to go over were the hemispheres. This is the left and the right hemisphere of the brain, of the cerebrum. This is the cerebellum down here. And this is a longitudinal fissure that separates the left and the right hemispheres of the brain. Now I want to go over some of the lobes. Well, the lobes. I have here, this is the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, the occipital lobe, and the temporal lobe. This is the lateral sulcus that separates the temporal and the parietal lobes. And a sulcus, just like this here, is a groove, and the smaller lines that you see on the brain are the gyrus. A few more structures I want to go over. Put them back together. Okay, so I have here, this is the olfactory bulbs, the olfactory tracts, the optic nerves, the optic chiasm. This is the hypophysis, or the pituitary gland. Down here I have the pons, and it did come off, but right below the pons here would be the medulla oblongata. Okay, so the medulla oblongata and the pons. I also wanted to go over some of the cranial nerves. Again, I did indicate that these were the olfactory bulbs. This is the olfactory nerves. Again, the optic nerves, the oculomotor nerves, the trochlear nerves, the three-pronged on each side, the trigeminal nerves, and then runs off the pons would be the abducens. I'm sorry, it fell off, was one of the cranial nerves. Okay, so now I wanted to show you some of the deep dorsal structures. So if I separate the cerebrum from the cerebellum, you can see a few structures in here. Well, I hope you can see. This is the superior colliculi, and then the inferior colliculi. So there are 4 colliculi together, and the 4 colliculi together create the corpora quadrigemina. And just above the corpora quadrigemina would be the pineal gland, or the pineal body. So I did do a sagittal cut, and that's why I'm having a difficult time keeping the brain together. But I did want to go over some of the structures as well with the sagittal cut. So this is the inside of the left hemisphere. So we have here well, first I want to go over here. This is the cerebrum. Okay, this whole part is the cerebrum. This is the corpus callosum. This is the lateral ventricle. This is the fornix. This is the intermediate mass of the thalamus. Again, that's the left ventricle here. And this is the pons, the midbrain, or the cerebral peduncle. Midbrain or the cerebral peduncle. Again, the pons, the thalamus. This is the quadrigemina, the corpora quadrigemina. This would be the superior corpora quadrigemina and the inferior corpora quadrigemina, or I'm sorry, the superior colliculi, inferior colliculi, and again the 4, if we put the 2 hemispheres together, would be the corpora quadrigemina. This is the pineal gland, or the pineal body. This is the cerebellum, and this is the white matter or the arbor vitae of the cerebellum. And then right here is the fourth ventricle. And it did fall off, but again, just to show, the medulla oblongata right here that would connect to the pons. Okay, so again, just to show the structures one more time. The cerebrum here, corpus callosum, the fornix, lateral ventricle, intermediate mass of the thalamus, the cerebral peduncle, the pons, the medulla oblongata that did come off, the fourth ventricle, the corpora quadrigemina, the pineal body, and the cerebellum, and the white matter or the arbor vitae of the cerebellum. So I hope you're able to get all the structures, but that would be it. Thank you.